I mean, hell, they made Final Fantasy 14 and 11, which are just MMOs. But I think they could carry that concept over to a space like this in a more active RPG as well.
Yeah, like I just that would make it so much more fun if there was an element of like, yeah, you can avoid damage. You know, you just have a little bit more agency in the battle than letting the gambits just do their thing or selecting new gambits or whatever.
And I'm fine letting the gambits just like do their thing, but I would love to have more direct control over the moment and have that ability to control the battlefield essentially.
Pools here, those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Arcades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Arcades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to
I was like, I'll go anywhere with you both here.
I guess Van can tag along.
So old.
Yeah.
And then there's Seattle in the background.
Basically, yeah. You can see Pike Place Market from here. All the tourists in the fish market.
Vaughn's like, oh boy, I want to live there. And then Balthier's like, oh, I don't know about that, man. You gotta be making like...
You gotta be making at least like 80,000 gil a year.
I mean...
Just not even like to live comfortably, just to afford rent. God. What is it? What's the game? Nidhogg. Nidhogg 2, specifically. Nidhogg 2 was the... I forget what it's called, but at PAX they have the people who are competing against each other the whole time, and then they go on to the like big final match at the end.
Omegathon?
The Omegathon, thank you. This year for the Omegathon, the final game was Nidhogg 2, and they made a special level for it called PAX Place, to where it's basically Pike Place Market, and it's all Seattle themed, but it also has PAX stuff the whole way, and so there's like merch booths, but there's the fish market that you see at Pike Place, all that shit, and being from Seattle, I saw that one. Oh, neat. But then the best friends were playing it, and like they did not get it at all. And part of me is being like, "It's Pike Place Market, guys! It's just Pike Place Market. It's the most surface Seattle thing there is."
It'd be like if they were fighting in the PAX. Let's see, what is the PAX needle? And I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Did you watch Frasier once for a minute?
I'm sure there are multiple episodes of Frasier where they're at Pike Place. I gotta get back to watching Frasier.
Yeah, me too. I watched too much too quick, and I was like,
oh yeah, that one happens. Yeah.
But I could sink back into some little Frasier.
But now I'm rewatching Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it's like, man, this is the only show I ever want to watch.
Ooh, I still need to watch that.
It's great. The bad episodes are really bad, but then the good episodes are really good, and then most episodes are fine. They're at least enjoyable. But then some of the bad episodes are so bad that you just laugh about them, so that's great. It's rare that an episode is bad and just boring. It's often like, man, I can't believe that character had sex with a space ghost. It was so dumb.
But I mean, probably worth it.
Yeah, like, oh man, I can't believe Commander Data was a bunch of, like, corrupt cowboys. Yeah. Because they have a holodeck which can recreate anything, and so they use that to just go literally anywhere whenever the writers get bored. It's like, what if we went back to the Old West? Fuck it. So that guy put us on some dumb side quest where he's like, oh, go find out about information, and then come back, and then gives you, like... He gives you the pass you need to get up into the city with their flying Twinkies. Yeah.
Oh boy.
See Vaughn running with this, like, bow-legged stance?
Way to blend in.
Yeah.
Acting like a dummy tourist.
Whoa, I'm just a street urchin from Rabin Nasser who joined a rebellion and found his way to the big city in the center of the empire. Wow! And some guards just like, come with me.
Almost like you were impatient even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen war now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one.
Larson in the city.
You always were a soft
I might just be a young prince in the big city, but I'm gonna make it on my own.
It's amazing. I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know.
Also, we've killed a whole bunch of people with them. That really creates a bond.
Yeah.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it,
Yeah,
Bosh?
remember that.
Right. Let's get
Remember that, because as soon as we're done, I'm fucking off.
right.
Yeah, it's just great that all these adults are so cool to let these kids hang out
Yeah.
and show them around. You can risk their lives, but I mean,
Well, you can throw Vaughn in front of like a fireball. So,
and it's like, how long were they gonna live anyway? Like,
oh yeah, on the streets of Rabanastre, probably not long. Even though Vaughn is basically Aladdin.
it'd be great if it came, towards the end. They're like, they thought that Vaughn was like terminally ill, so that's why they brought him along. They're
As
like,
a
"Wait."
Make-A-Wish?
Yeah, and they're like, "You're not dying." He's like, "No." I'm like, what the fuck? We thought you wanted to be like a sky pirate because you were dying.
Like, this was all just like a pity adventure. There's not even a war going on.
We did this for you.
Yeah.
We got Batman involved.
It's just some fat guy in a bat suit. He's like, can I go home now? The bar closes in 2 hours. So, in order to use the cat, this place has the stupidest social structure, and it exists only to pad time. Like, in order to be respected, you have to own chops. And you get chops by doing stuff for people. And you can't use the cab unless you have at least 3 chops.
What is a chop?
I don't know.
Do they get like
But
fake
they come-
hair to put on the side of your face or something?
They come in pine and sandalwood varieties, so I'm guessing it's just like a stick that you hold on to, and you show someone like, I've got 3 chops, and you like fan them out in front of them. And so this guy explains it, and he's like, oh, okay, to get chops, you have to go around the city and do good deeds for people. And so what you do, I show one example of it, but what you do is you talk to one person, and there are people who, like...
Fran wants to murder that guy.
She wants to kill him so bad.
Anyway.
Yeah, but you'll talk to one person, and they'll be like, oh man, I'm just like, I'm a teacher, wish I had someone to teach. And they'll be like, remember this story? And then you find someone looking for a teacher, and you tell them about the other person, and they're like, oh thanks, here's a chop.
Stupid.
It's the stupidest. I hate it so much.
Imagine if that was how a real city functioned.
I wouldn't move to that city.
Like, in order to take the public transit, you need like a chop.
Yeah.
And it's like, time to go do a good deed.
And it's not like you spend chops, you just have a certain number of chops.
You just need it.
So you just need to do a certain number of good deeds, and then you can stop. Yeah, so you talk to this person, you commit their tale to memory. You can only commit one tale at a time.
Well, because you're Vaughn, and what else can you remember, you know?
And so he's like, oh, I work really hard, and you gotta find someone else who either needs to be, like, inspired by that guy's story, or needs someone to do work for them. I can't remember which.
I'm surprised this isn't just an app. Like, these, like, let's say you had an app, right, that is sort of like a dating app, but it's this. It's just trying to connect people, like, and you get chops, which gives you, like, discounts at Starbucks or something stupid because it's an app. And you're, like, trying to find ways to keep millennials busy while they can, you know...
Have you seen... I don't even know what this commercial is for, but there's one where, like, this young, hip, trendy millennial woman is, like, working at her desk, and, like, there's a bunch of stuff going on, and at the end she runs up, like, real quick to a group photo. And I saw that, I was like, that's dumb. But then I saw it again, and I noticed they're all wearing, like, the same shirt for their app, and it's Driver, and it's D-R-V-E-R.
Oh, God!
I'm like, fuck. Just...
Yeah.
Fuck. And then they fucked it up because it's not D-R-V-R, which is what it should have been.
Driver.
God damn.
Yeah, and so this app, it's like, oh man, this guy's a musician, and he's really looking for like a producer, and then you're like, oh, I've met a producer, I'm gonna go connect these people so I can get 15% off at the Starbucks.
Yeah, so it's not even the one where it's like, I do this, where like, I'll trade my shoe mending skills for your bread baking skills. That one, it'd be like you're an intermediary, and then you get rewarded by companies.
And getting 15% off
Yeah.
at Starbucks, so
Yeah.
that you're tricked into going back to Starbucks to spend more
Yeah.
money than you earn doing anything.
Well, because you're getting 15% off.
You're like, fuck, I've been wanting that
Yeah.
coffee.
Difficult still.
Can't wait to get like a few cents off that cup of coffee for all this time I spent running around the city.
Yeah, finding people,
distracting myself.
yelling at people like, "What do you do?" Like, I'm a music producer. Okay, I'm gonna commit that to memory.
But I can only remember one.
Yeah.
Because I haven't paid for the premium app.
Yeah, where it will let you remember up to 5. And then you find someone and it's like, "What are you looking for?" And like, "I need a music producer." And you're like, "Got you covered, bruh." And then you get your chop, and then you go to Starbucks, and they're like, "All right, I'll take away your chop, I guess. Okay, don't know how this works exactly, but we're trying to make. How does this make money?"
Well, because Starbucks pays the app company to be a reward. And in return, it drives more business to Starbucks. So the user is actually not getting anything.
Yeah. Or maybe it's even dumber, and the app just like purchased a bunch of coupons for all these places, and when you get into it, and it's like, no, really, how do you make money? And they're like,
You don't.
once you get big enough, you just start making money. That's not how it works.
We just got investors.
Yeah.
We already made the money.
God,
That's how it works. That's how startups work. You already have the money. Now you're just fucking off until it runs out.
that's what we gotta do with Sandwich.
Yeah.
Is like just get investors excited in this thing and invest money into it.
That is how.
And set aside our own salaries,
Uh-huh.
right? Our own exorbitant salaries. So we're not actually committing any crimes. And we are trying to make Sandwich work.
Yeah.
But we're very upfront with everyone, like, this isn't gonna work. So maybe save the money we're paying you.
Like that is how GoPuff was working.
Yeah.
It was like, this company's not making any money because they're basically paying us all $16 minimum wage, but we're selling groceries, which has a historically small
margin.
Yeah, like just nothing. And they're sitting on like millions of dollars of unsold vape products because they thought that was going to be great.
Yeah.
And but they don't have to make money. They already made the
Yeah,
money.
you just gotta get that investor money, keep that for yourself, and then when it goes under, you can still talk about like what a visionary go-getting millennial entrepreneur you are, even though you never actually made any money.
Yeah, and it's like,
You made money. The fact that you're able to get all these investors to put money into your thing, that's what people are excited about.
Yeah, and then you just hope it lasts long enough until you make your next startup. You just are creating a job for yourself and a few others, and making some investors seem important because they make way too much money at Amazon and Microsoft, so they don't have anything else to do with it.
Yeah, they're just gonna throw that money at
Because they're hoping it's going to be the next Facebook or something.
They're gonna hope it's gonna be the next Facebook or the next. I don't even know what apps are actually working. Like every time I see like an app is taking off, and there's always a story of like they're actually just hemorrhaging money. It's just people are still pumping money into it.
Hoping it's going to be the thing. And you're just keeping it afloat. You're just patching. You're just like bailing water out of the ship as long as you can.
Like Etsy, I guess, has had A, B, C, D, E, F, just 7 rounds of funding because everyone's like, Etsy, man, it's gonna work, Etsy, man.
It's one of these days.
I was gonna say, I like the face on that. Kill me. My life is pain. They also look like Twinkies to me because they're yellow, they're kind of spherical, and they've got those circles underneath,
and that
like where they inject,
bottom.
where they inject the Twinkie goo. I was about to say twink goo, but then I realized that's probably
You don't want to say that.
No, I'll say liquid brown all day, but
twink goo.
No,
you don't want to. Yeah.
There's certain.
Whoa, really? I'm sure offend somebody. I don't know. I don't know enough to.
be gods here.
So
Maybe
we did all that bullshit, getting all those chops, so we
you're
get
just
to this laboratory when we probably could have just gotten into the laboratory.
We probably just came up with a legitimate app idea.
Oh, I'm sure we did. Yeah.
Step to
Well,
it.
here's the thing.
Chambers are on the top
Air
level.
quotes legitimate.
Yeah, well,
because
in today's
as
understanding,
as legitimate as any other app where I see my slightly younger friends talking about the things they're using. I'm like, the fuck? Why would you need that? It just seems like you're making an unnecessary intermediate step.
Yeah, man. Helps you forget about everything else. Helps you distract yourself from yourself.
It's like, so let me get this straight. This app, you're not looking for someone to help you. You look for someone looking for somebody, and you find the somebody they're looking for.
It's
like a matchmaker app. Oh fuck, that's what it's called. It's an MTCHMKR matchmaker, and it's like, what are you looking for? And then you find an intermediary. It's like, I can introduce you to that person. It's like, you know what? Introducing yourself to somebody the first time is hard, unsettling. Introduce yourself to their friend, and they'll introduce you to them.
Yeah,
that's somehow easier.
And that is so, like, with the times, and especially in a place like Seattle.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm not trying to get something out of you. I'm trying to get something out of your friend. So if I get in good with you, you get me in good with your friend. Even though I do want something out of you, because I want something out of your friend, somehow the intermediate step makes it feel easier. It's a whole psychological trick. Maybe if I don't know how to interact with other people.
And then you don't get paid because all the marketing for the app makes it seem like the reward is doing good.
Yeah, the reward is the work.
But then getting perks like 15% off Starbucks or buy one get one free at Panera.
Okay, and then that's how we market it. Is it's like these other companies will pay us basically for marketing for them by providing rewards to our customer base.
They're basically buying ad space in the app.
Yeah.
To get people to come to them. It really is a legitimate idea.
Okay.
It super is. It's stupid. It is so stupid.
Okay, let's get some of those big pieces of poster board you always see when someone's like pitching something in a movie. Do this real quick. Go to one of the big banks around here. I'm sure there are a few banks around here that specialize in funding like upstart well, no, I can't even think of the word. Upstart apps and that sort of thing. Just young entrepreneurs that are like looking for the next big thing.
And they're probably not even like banks like we would think, like a Chase. They're probably
smaller
little things that just specifically.
Well, I'm sure there are smaller things, but then there are there are probably very big ones that just focus on that sort of thing.
Someone after the Nethicite?
Yeah, we'll pitch it to them. We'll get all that money, and then we'll just disappear.
And we'll just pay ourselves these salaries.
We'll make a legitimate effort to make it work,
because you got to think about what happens is you now have to pay. You have all this investor money, which means you can pay developers to develop the app, like the artists, the engineers. Then you have like customer service, and then you have like brand ambassadors, and you're just paying a few wages for a few people for a few years, and you get a ton of money in your own pocket, and you get to say, hey, I made an app,
and we'll just keep telling investors like we're about to start making money, and we'll be like,
almost
okay,
profitable.
we're almost profitable, and they'll just keep throwing like millions of dollars at it. And then as long as we're making a good faith effort to make it work, I don't think we'd be under any legal I don't think we'd have any legal problems. Like, no, we're trying to make it work. It's a bad idea in a stupid market. Why'd you throw so much money at this bad idea in a stupid market?
Oh God, it would work.
It's like we went into this telling you it's a bad idea in a stupid market. And you threw $18 million over 3 years at it?
I have 3 boats.
I didn't think I'd ever own a boat. Not even a tiny little boat.
And they're not little boats.
They're big boats. They're big boats for big baby boys.
There's a little...
I've got the little baby boy, the big baby boy.
And that's the name of the boat?
Exactly,
the SS Baby Boy?
Yeah. The SS Big Baby Boy, the SS Little Baby Boy.
They're not little boats. There are little boats attached to the boats.
Yeah. Little dinghies.
I don't count those as boats.
Those are little big baby boys.
Big baby boys. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. This is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Because you know that if someone came up... I would not be surprised if this happened in the next couple years, if an app like that was for real. I would totally believe it.
Every time I see new... Oh, yeah.
My apologies. You bear not the stench of Sid's lackeys. And you
it's,
our earlier visitor.
I can't remember his name. Samurai Jack.
Yes, a valuable man, one I
I don't remember. Yeah, but...
Phil something?
Lamar?
Phil Lamar,
yeah.
He's in a surprising amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Which was weird to me, because I'm like, as a kid, I knew him from Mad TV.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, he's in Metal Gear Solid 2? Wait, he's Samurai Jack? It's like, he's this amazing voice actor, but for some reason I just know him as that guy from Mad TV.
Way to go, Phil Lamar.
Probably because he's one of those few voice actors that really had a prominent, face role on something, so I do know what he's like.
Come here to stop me. I'd fain see you try.
Consider your bones, old man. You're outmatched. pirate scum of the skies. What brings you
Is that
here?
old Balthy's dad?
Yeah, that's
Treasure.
Dr. Sid.
What else would a pirate want? We'll take the Dusk Shard. You've come all this way for that trinket. I thought you were above this.
It cuts to the party and they just can't believe how cool the room is right now.
Yeah.
The Princess of Dalmasca come to visit. She's not entirely without merit.
The fuck does
A
that
test
mean?
of sorts for our princess?
Oh, that's right. He's talking to his invisible stand.
You're a babbling
Stands.
fool.
A trial for a Shelia Banargin Dalmasca!
I don't know what you just said.
Lust for the stone's
Her middle
power,
name is
do you
Benargan.
not?
Lend him not your ears, milady. He means to use you.
Here's the only guy as cool as Balthier.
Yeah, this is like that photo of what from Batman. Like you got like Morgan Freeman, you know, like those.
Oh yeah, those three guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Morgan, Gary Oldman, and then
fuck,
I forget his name, but
all three of them
played Alfred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're just like, this is too cool.
yeah.
Manufactured nethicite, like Bergen.
How could you do this? How could you fall this far?
So that Dr. Sid has guns, but he also has these rooks, which I believe they make him immune to damage right now. So basically, you just gotta burn down his rooks, which isn't difficult, especially because of how magic works in this one, where the everything above the first level of a spell will hit all enemies within a certain range.
Oh, cool.
And since they're so close together, they're always within range of each other. So you
Does that go for curing magic too? Like when you cure your party in a range?
It does, but it's not as clear. Cure is single target, Cura is multiple targets, Curaga is single, and then Curaja is the full party. And then there's one more, which is still single target, but it's a full restore. Except that at that point, your magic is so powerful that Curaja is enough to restore the full health of your entire party. So it's kind of pointless.
Like that fire was just like someone blowing a blowtorch at him for a bit, like, ow.
Yeah.
We'll walk it off. Ow. Stop.
Please stop stabbing me with your swords.
I'm trying to walk it off.
It pains me to inform you that your time here is over. The curtain falls.
Uh-oh. See, like, if you knew this was coming, you had the ability to dodge it or something. Oh, well, shit. Fuck.
Well, yeah, the way that would work in an MMO is it'd be like, she just hit him super hard, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, he had a full quarter of his health bar left. But the way an ability like that would work in an MMO would be that it wouldn't be a cutscene. You'd see him doing that whole thing, and there'd probably be two parts where there'd be like the huge frontal beam. Be like, get out of the way of that, and then there'd be that font of magma, and be like, don't stand there.
This creature. So this is your Vinar.
Is the T silent in that?
Yeah.
A Shelia Benargin Dalmasca.
Are you having a seizure?
Will you go for power? Does your lust for nethicite consume you? Am I right? I am, aren't I? A worthy daughter of the Dynast King. You would do well to go to Giruvegan. Who knows? You may receive a new stone for your trouble.
Guys, where should we go next? I don't know. Giruvegan?
The reins of history back in the hands of man.
It sounds like a cool
I
song.
do make for Giruvegan. Give chase if you dare it.
Soil.
Hello just walks up to Balthier and asks for his dad's number.
Hate it when he does that.
He seemed real cool and
Mayhaps you
slightly
think me
musky.
remiss, the Lady Ash of Dalmasca.
I can still taste the musk. It's still thick in this room.
The Sky Pirate REDDAS, at your employ.
Cool.
Yeah.
Coolest thing that could be said to you sometimes.
Yeah.